What up? It's your boy Beef back with part 4 of Wurrzag the Great Green Prophet, fulfilling his prophecy. So as you can see, quick recap, 2 provinces now fully under our control. We're playing an assault on Arkhan the Black, well, the followers of Nagash. He's over here, about to beach. Ugg is still doing his thing. And the thought process I have going through my head right now is that we do the Bonewood Staff battle. In order to allow Arkhan to beach, thus delaying any counteroffensive on this province, while still ranking up Wurrzag and, of course, all of his boys. So, we're gonna... hold on, we gotta change the stance. Oopsies. Alright, and teleporting right now. Here's what we're up against. Nothing too special. Nothing too special. We can get in their back line, and again, I think these boys are gonna have a fun time against these knights. Here we go.
Black fire pass. It's all burned. Just how I like my battlefields. Cork wants us to fight the Humies here. Says if we do that and smack him about real good, then he'll power up my staff. So listen to your mate, Wurrzag. I'm the prophet, and what I says goes. Let's get him!
Wurrzag wants that Bonewood Staff, and he's gonna go get it. The boys are ready. We're moving up, assuming position. Got the boar boys over here. Here we go. They're moving through the woods. Getting ready to disrupt those missile units. 4 heroes, and Wurrzag notices this and is like, you know, I think I'm gonna go over here and mess with them. Because why not? Wurrzag loves messing with people. Him and Spleen Rip. So he's gonna ride on up here, cast a few spells. Get a nice look at these heroes, these Empire forces. Got a Bright Wizard, a Celestial Wizard. Some Witch Hunters, and of course a Warrior Priest. Lord. Reforming their lines here. The state troops. A very plain white coloring that's going to be stained red in a moment. Wurrzag giving a chat to his boys. And there he goes. Fireball coming in, it's gonna hit him. Oh, maybe not. Bang. Big damage done there. He's gonna have a little bit of a duel with these guys. While the biggin has put a giant green rock into there. There's some more damage. I think he's gonna go ahead and throw another one. Let's see if this one hits. Boom! Cracking up state troops. Dodge that fireball. Here comes another one. Wurrzag's nifty though, and he dodges that. He's quick. He's swift. He does it all. Boom! More halberds gone. More damage done right there. It's a nice little duel. Wurrzag's trying to lure them in. Another big shiny rock. You know what's happening there. Just splitting people in half. Alright, here we go. The boys are moving in. Enough dilly-dallying. Big spell there. The Bright Wizard, or Celestial Wizard, can't take any more of that, really. He's getting beat down. Terrible Flamestorm. Big green rock, we already know. That's going right in the side of that line. Ah, almost good. Almost perfect. Tormentor Sword to hold these boys in place so they can't get behind their troops. And there you go. We're into combat. We are into combat. Some of my boys get into their back line. Halberds. Crossbowmen get no chance to do anything but die. Big rock just pierced right there. We got a Brain Burster coming in. Putting boys on the ground. Wurrzag's coming around the boar boys. Sly's gonna use some magic, debuff their heroes, try and protect my lads. These handgunners think they can run. These big uns are quick. They can run. This flank over here is routing. Wurrzag getting into combat. Little cycle charge action going on over here. Wurrzag looking to cast a little Foot of Gork. Let these boys know we mean business. And he does so, sending guys flying. Reinforcements coming in over here, not a problem. I have some big uns ready to meet them. Their heroes holding out okay, but we got them pinned down. They can't really do anything. They're stuck fighting these 2 units of Savage Orc Biggins. Got the Boar Boys hitting a big flank charge. These Spearmen have no idea what hit them. They are crumped. Crumped. Flank on these boys. Some unbreakable heroes. They'll go. Wurrzag running over to support his Savage Orc Biggins over here on this side of the battlefield. Looking to cast some spells. We got the Biggin hurling rocks, taking out riders' heads, and there goes the army losses. And at this point, it's just these unbreakable heroes. We're going to accelerate a little bit because Wurrzag sees his boys over here struggling, and we don't want to lose too many boys, so we're going to move them out. And Wurrzag's going to come over here with the Biggin, and they're going to finish the job for us. Wurrzag was tired of seeing his boys get hit, casting some spells. And he's just going to cycle charge right in here, take a shot, and murk one Witch Hunter. One Witch Hunter down. The Biggin. Trying to squish Rupert. Wurrzag's going to just be cycle charging and chomping this guy down. You'll see him just roll in. And out. And one more. Then you're going to come in for the killing blow. The Biggin keeping Rupert busy. Bye-bye, Kurt. And Wurrzag's going to finish off the Archlector with a Savage Blow. There he goes. Victorious! Bonewood Staff is ours. No Super Squigs. No problem. It was great to see Wurrzag keep some of the boys back, spare some more of these boys here so he could just cycle charge some of these guys to death. Love to see it. It's a very effective way to use them. And now the Bonewood Staff is all ours. May as well, well, yeah, I'll replenish to full. We're about to fight next turn anyway, so let's do it. Eat them. Alright. Hammer of Gork, nice little ROR. Bonewood Staff. 5,000. Very nice. Funding the more construction for our empire, no doubt. Did he have... I believe he had a weapon on him. I think. Yeah. Tormentor Sword. He used it in the battle, so... I'm going to throw that on our boy Sly. Potentially Ugg, even, actually. That could be a nice little thing for him to have. Especially once he gets on that Arachnarok. So, you know what? Yeah. Ugg's getting that. Forbidden Rod, sure. I mean, it's... I don't really like it on a guy who can't regenerate, but that's alright. Again, Ugg's going to sit over there. And now that we have accomplished that, let's check on our skill points. Iron Hard, sure. Still on our way to out-clevering. Very nice. Going to need that. Probably go down here as well. 5% movement range. It's always pretty nice to have, right? Okay, anything over here? Yes, sir. Arcane Conduit. Love to get that. It's a great ability. Our boys got some scrap. I might save the scrap this time, though, in order to get speed for my boar boys. Yeah. That's what we're going to do. Lord not moved, I know. Okay. Next turn. King EBMO's here. I think he's going to go back to the grave. Look at Arkhan. Trying to save himself. Sick foresight, but it's not happening. Sorry, buddy. Vain Glory. Recruiting will not be done, so leadership is nice. Now, before I attack this, I'm going to see if Mr. Cetra would like to give us... yes, I would like a non-aggression pact. I mean, military access would be nice too. I don't know why he won't just combine the two. But we'll start with this. I'm sure this will follow shortly. Give me some money. Ooh, that's beautiful. Alright. But now we're safe from him, which is the, you know, that's the plan here. Here we go. Don't have to worry about him. And I'm assuming, again, that Arkhan beached here, because I don't see him in the waters, which is excellent. Virus, probably going to want to do that. That's Vulture Mountain, let's protect it. I think they're going to hold a siege anyway if they come here, but it's time from a man, Wurrzag, to take on Lashik. Pyrrhic victory, medium casualties. As you know, I'm not going to accept that right now. So the king here is going to fall. Let's get into it. The followers of Nagash are about to receive their wake-up call that he's no longer in power. It's time for Wurrzag to rule these lands, and nothing's going to stop him. His green tide of savage orcs are about to blitz this fort from multiple angles. We got Sly over there, we have Wurrzag here, we got the Biggin continuing to throw his big shiny green rocks and cause a ton of damage as usual. Got our boys over here, supported by some Boarboy Biggins. They're going to run right up this hill and try and fight the Scalies. A lot of troops over here, but these boys are going to hang tight, and they're going to do an excellent job. These savage orcs are coming in. I decided to bring the Biggin over. Wurrzag sees this little, bunch up, and he's going to blow them up. Little brain burst. So they don't got any brains, but I'll tell you what, their skulls blew up for sure. Our boys are going to charge right in, start doing some damage, no doubt. These Fellbats, I'm just waiting for them to land. Just commit suicide. Because that's pretty much what they're going to do. Alright, the Crypt Ghouls, their poison effects definitely hurts a little, but not too much. We're still going to lay into them, as you can see. Crypt Ghouls, their numbers are crippling. Sly and his boys are making moves. They're running away. They don't really know what to do. We got the Savage Orc Boy Biggins coming down here. And they're going to have a nice little rear charge and surround on the Crypt Ghoul unit, which is going to cripple their leadership. They already have weak binding. As you can see, they just kept going. I'm not sure where I ended up sending them. Here we go. But anyway, they're going to melt. Sly and his boys are now locked into a fray. Wurrzag's been doing his thing over here. His boys got to keep moving. Big slog over here. The boys are coming in for a rear charge. And here we go. About to clash right into them. They need that speed up. There it is. Throwing Scalies everywhere. Excellent job by our boys there. Wurrzag hit these boys over here with a big spell. They are crumbling. His boys are moving. They're just waiting for orders. Wurrzag is focused on multiple fronts here, as you can see. Our boys here are getting flanked. Come on over to this big slog. The Hex Wraiths have decided to jump into the fray against our Boarboy Biggins, and I'll tell you what, that was a mistake by them, because they're already down to basically half health. Magic attack, anti-large. The Hex Wraiths are going to continue to just fall. This big blob here, though, they're a little tougher to break down. I gotta hand it to them. Savage Orc's doing a good job. These two units may give the Boarboy some trouble in a few seconds. Crumbling over here. The Biggin is dealing with some Ushabti. Silly summon to put it on him, because he's gonna just, thunder punch them in the face. And they're just gonna probably tumble over any second now. There you go. Biggin's doing a great job. Our Boarboy's capturing this point. More stuff right here. They're crumbling. They're getting ready to fall. Finally coming on here to help out our other Boarboys with Sly. They needed some assistance here. Wurrzag's gonna go cast a nice effigy of the Gid on King Ibiamos. Doing a little bit of damage to him. Hurting him would be the death blow to the balance of power. As you can see, it's heavily in my favor. This flank was beginning to struggle, so I pulled out these units. I said, alright boys, we gotta come back, reassess the problem here. Wurrzag definitely was about to reassess the problem, as he is gonna come over and provide a little assistance while our boys mop up some of the remaining troops. These archers getting cleaned out. Yes, but Wurrzag is on his way, casting some spells, and here he comes. Just wanted to make sure he didn't stop Wurrzag from getting to his point. We got some boys coming in here to reinforce, pinning them into this little spot. You can see all the dead Hex Wraiths. All that ectoplasm on the floor. Wurrzag getting ready to cast his spell right here. Help this unit of Boarboys, which is stuck. the foot of Gork. Nagash is dead! Absolutely blowing back some units here. Melted them. And that's it. That's all it took. Their units are now crumbling to dust. Nothing but dust, as they should be. Now King Imbiamos is the only one left. He refuses to die. Incredibly stubborn king he is. Thinking he can live forever. What a fool. Wurrzag's coming in here. Debated charging him. But Wurrzag's gonna come around and, you know, we're gonna cast on him. He just needs to go, basically. So Wurrzag's gonna get a couple spells. Right here, there's one. Slow him down. Here's another follow-up as we're in melee. Right to the dome. And here he goes. I believe he'll melt very shortly. He's crumbling. The army losses have hit him. Wurrzag gets close. And that should be all she wrote. There it goes. The Sheik is ours. So that battle went very well. One flank kind of struggled due to an overload and a little bit of a flank that I didn't see, but overall, very pleased with that result. And I'm glad to claim La Sheik as ours. Very courageous, sure. He has definitely been courageous over the last few battles. Charging right at enemies that can do damage to him. He doesn't care. He's looking out for his boys. We're out clevering. Now, at this point for him, I guess Vindictive Glare could be pretty good. Maybe I want to overcast Curse of the Bad Moon, though. What does that do? It just increases the duration to 44 seconds? Yeah, that would be nice. Because that debuff is solid. Okay. We have enough scrap now. I could put this off. It's time to bore paint. Alrighty. So you're going to block him again. Although, can I reach him? No. So yes, let's block this guy. Excellent job, Nubzub. The boy. Money. We love money. Not sure about that. Don't think I need it. Scarbrand is just continuing to be annoying. A crushing. Oh, no. Yeah, we're going to let this settle in because of the walls. Again, I just don't feel confident going in there against them. Their magic attacks. And no damage spells, really, for him. So the walls. I can't really utilize the boar boys. That's really my main point of conflict. Otherwise, Ekron is fine. One more turn before we get some shamans, and I can send at least one of them over to Ugh, which would be great. Okay. Alright. I believe that's the end of this turn. There you go. Speed for our boars. Let's take a quick peek. Did it work? No, of course not. So, see, it has to say Savage Orcs, so Savage Orc boars don't really get a lot of love, huh? But soon I can get scrap saddles. It's pretty expensive, but again, I think it's worth it. We want them to be able to flank and take advantage of that charge bonus. So they recruited another king over here. Gonna have to take these boys out before... Can I reach him? Ooh. Would he stand and fight? I don't think he would. A little play I like to do sometimes is like sail and then land and attack. Could do that. But then he'd be able to... No, he wouldn't be able to reach La Sheik. He could besiege Vulture Mountain, but I think he can only besiege it. Okay. I'm gonna try and block him, which would make it so he can't besiege this, which would be excellent. Come on, Nubzub. Yes, sir. Nubzub has made a name for himself so far. This is great. Alright. Block an army. Damage those walls. Okay. It's time to see if we could sail, land, and attack. I really hope so. This usually works. We will see. It worked. Close victory, medium casualties. I mean, you know I could... It's just not happening, so... Here we go. King Jorman. Time to go to sleep. Wurrzag is trying to gain a launch point to Lustria, boys. Little tougher garrison this time. The Biggins gonna do what he does best. And that's just lay into people with his big rocks. They are very good. Again, same layout on this settlement during this battle, so I wanted to switch it up and come through here this time as opposed to all around. Focus pretty much on just these units here, and there you go, there's the biggin. Oh, laying into them. Our boys are making our approach. This army here had a lot more archers, and I think I was a bit worried that they would cause some trouble. Because just you tend to get bogged down by the Tomb Kings, right? So it's pretty easy for our guys to get stuck and begin getting shot without any response, because I can't get my boys into the back of them when there's so many choke points like this. So mobility is very, very limited. Our biggins are getting ready to fight. They are here. They are charging in. They're dual-wielding axes. They are ready. Shields aren't necessary when you have Gork on your side. We're in the fight. Sly's doing his thing. Sneaky boy it is. You can't even see him in there. Wurrzag riding out in the open, trying to pick good targets for his boys. We have melted one of those units already. Engaged with their skeleton horsemen. And we are going to crush them. They don't stand a chance against Biggins. Biggins are going to melt them. Even if they flank. The rear charge didn't do anything. See, the thick boys over here weren't even moved. And skeleton horsemen are just going to start dropping. They're just going to start dropping. Wurrzag getting caught up in the fray, trying to disrupt the fire of the archers, really. As you can see, these units here are getting penned down by these archers. And I'm trying to push through. Casting a debuff spell right now so that we can, you know, they're not even hitting us 0 melee attack, so it's all us doing damage, but their archers are doing a good job. Now over on this flank, similar situation. We are stuck in a nice melee scrap, but our boys are pushing through. We are very resistant to their standard attacks. They don't really do much to us. Wurrzag is making a move, pushing through. Another debuff. Well, actually, yep, another debuff. Doing a good job. Poor boys, they were engaged with these crypt ghouls. I decided to pull them out. Didn't feel like the right move. Just stuck in a slog, but we're doing it. We're pushing. The green tide will overwhelm these units. Again, they summoned the Ushabti over here on the Biggin. And that's just a bad idea. It's just not going to do anything. They're, especially the anti-infantry Ushabti, like, they're just not going to do much at all. The Biggin's going to beat them down. The Biggin is just going to beat him down. Doing his thing. We got our boys coming in here, trying to squeeze through this gap that has formed because we've held them in place here. Wurrzag again, just trying to find a good target. And he's going to try and squeeze by, do a little charge, get in there, hold him down so our boys can catch up. This flank has begun to crumble, and our boys are finally going to lay into these archers. It's about time they receive some pain. They've been dishing out a lot, as you can see, as they just had 4 archers. None of them are protected, so our boys, they're going to come flying in here. You're going to watch some skeletons go flying here from above. There they go. There they go. Cracked up. Trying to run right through them with the other boys, getting to this Skelly archer unit. The WAAAAAGH's been activated. Sly's pissed. Sly's pissed, sending Skellies flying. Wurrzag's beautiful little brain burster over there. And we're just waiting for the king to get engaged here because Wurrzag is holding them in place, trying to form a nice big blob. We're about to rip up the back of the skeleton unit. 106 right here. 103? No. How about 30? Wurrzag just ripped that unit to shreds. Our boys are still stuck with some Nehekara warriors, but they're about to get freed up. And they'll be coming. Boar boys. Crypt ghouls. They had better ideas. They should have listened to their instincts. Oh, just brutal. I love it. Big old blob over here. Wurrzag right in the middle of it. Courageous leader he is. With Gork on his side, what is there to worry about? Nothing. Because he can do shit like that. Our boys are coming in, gonna support this unit. Only only 16 casualties, I should say. Even though a lot of damage has been done, so each entity, very resilient. Very, very resilient. These direwolves about to get cracked up. Foot of Gork, as you can see, these units have just disappeared, right? It's like, where'd they go? Gork came in, brought them to the afterlife. Or are they currently in the afterlife? I don't know, that's a debate for the comments, maybe. So yeah, King Jorman right here, he's fading. He's fading. He's diminished. He'll fall. He will fall. Wurrzag's over here finishing off this archer unit as they were continuing to fire into my weak unit. Pissing me off. Oh, is that the army losses? Indeed it is. Unfortunately, he's going to get this ability off, which will do some damage to us, I believe, here. As Wurrzag comes to try and finish him off. The Sorcerer's Islands, however. Oh yeah. Wurrzag has got his wish. They are now ours. Another very successful result. The Sorcerer's Islands now belong to a Master Sorcerer. Screw Arkhan. Yeah, we're just going to occupy again, trying to establish this third settlement. Third garrison. No, province. Oof. Third province. Okay, Broken Tusk, Crimson Killers.
Let's take what should
And now he's blocked, so he's probably going to run back home to Wizard Calip's place, which is fine. Would love that. That's... oh, great. So he actually did occupy it. Hopefully he comes down here and, like, fights him. You know, that would be nice. And Ugh, still sitting here. I would take an auto-resolve here. I really don't feel like fighting it. If it's still a defeat in, like, two more turns, then Ugh's gonna get back on the battlefield where we can watch him in action. Alright. Other than that, though, some skill points, sure. You're down clever. It's already pretty cheap, his army, but it doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt. We're doing that. That's good. And I'm going to need to start focusing on the Ard lads, because once we get to rank 7, I want that melee defense and ward save. We want that. We're pretty close. One of them's already there, so it's time we start focusing on that. Okay. Missile resistance, not really necessary. It's just spread control, sure. And what building did we get? Growth, that's fine. Coffer, of course. Do we want it walled? I don't think so. I don't think we want it walled. I think we want it producing bands on bands. More growth is fine. Okay. Research. Yeah, back on to pulling teeth. Back on to pulling teeth for sure. Next up, this king over here. Oh man, see the game. Screaming at me. Go north, go north. For the boys? I know where I'm going for the boys. It's not there. So I think we could sail right across here, land in Lashik, and then attack him. That's... I believe we have enough movement for that. Yes, we do. So his attempt to force march away was pretty silly. I'm probably auto-resolving this, yes, definitely. Decisive low. Watch them disappear. Pretty decent. I'm going to replenish just because we're going to be fighting very shortly at Wizard Calip's place. Is it palace or place? Palace, not place. Okay. Wizard Calip's palace. It's going to be Wurrzag's palace after I take it. Alright, let's upgrade that. More tech, mas money. And I think more tech can be the interior kind of settlement that houses our Savage Orc recruitment hub. I think that's where it's going to be. Got ourselves a sort of striking. Does anyone really need that? Suppose you could use that. Why not? I mean, if this wasn't the Tormentor Sword, we'd definitely be fusing that. But because the Tormentor Sword is so good, we're not going to be fusing it at all. Probably at all. Now in this instance, we're going to definitely start working on Ard lads. So we're probably going to put some more of the big lads in here. So let's focus on that. Our boy Wurrzag can move... Is this Ard archery? Up until what points? We can't get there anyway, so... We're just going to force march. Sick march. Okay. Next stop is over here, obviously. We have Nubzub, who is going to... try and assassinate this guy, because I don't want him assassinating Nubzub. Good job, Nubzub. Sneaky stabbing. He's a killy boy. Okay. Call for money, of course. I gotta say, the cost versus return on greenskin buildings, pretty solid. Okay, one more turn, I'm going in. That's... I kind of want to do it now, but I'm gonna hold off one more turn. See how far Wurrzag can get next turn. Okay, we got some walls built over at Vulture Mountain. That's nice. And you'll be upgrading. I have the Panther first because I want more money, of course. Alright. We can get pretty far. There's no need to force march. I'll just raid right here. He is not over there anymore, but I bet you he's going on his way to aggro Migdal. That's my bet. And if he's on his way to Al-Haik, then, I mean, too bad. Ooh, yeah. I hope I didn't forget that last turn. I don't know if I did or not, but anyway, we have shamans available. So, first things first, I think what we're going to do is... Yeah. We're going to dive in here with Ugg. See how we do. Ugg and his boys are ready to make moves. Tough fight ahead for our boys. It might be... It's deceiving. Their health is pretty low, but... I'll tell you one thing. Khorne's units... They are worth every penny. They are worth every penny. Every entity is a problem. So we got the Swamp Things, the Stinky Lads. They're making moves. We've already taken 2 casualties with them, though, as the towers have been ripping them up. As you can see, one stinky boy down. Look at that. Very unfortunate. Our boar boys are taking shots. They're going to start breaking down the walls. We're going to have to just climb. We're climbing. We're going to have to set up these ladders. Not much Ugg can do at this point as a mage in terms of damage. Our goblin archers have also taken some hits. As you can see, our boys have taken damage. We're just going to send these savage orcs, the boar boys, over here, knock down this wall. And we're about to get right. It's time to get right with these boys, alright? There's no other way about it. Ugg has told his boys, look, it's going to be a tough fight. But we're going to get there. We're going to get there in the end. As you can see, a couple of these units have taken some severe damage already, but our goblin archers are going to be firing some arc shots over to help assist our boys in battle as they climb up the ladder. We got our boy Ugg here. He's going to try and cast a spell on one of the bloodletters, I believe. There it is. Tormentor's Sword also to keep them locked and not moving so that we can get into the action. Our boys here doing a good job. This unit of bloodletters is getting hit. Getting hit. We need more boys up here, though, because they will chop them down in small pieces like this. Our boys are going to take some damage. But it's a slog. It's a slog, and our boys are going to keep coming up. The green tide is never ending. Getting some damage done by their own towers there. Very helpful. Got a debuff spell because this unit here is stuck. They're stuck. They overloaded this unit. So we need to help this unit out as much as possible while our other boys here take on this unit of bloodletters. And it's going to be a tough fight for our boys. Tough fight. Down below, gate's not yet destroyed. It's not destroyed over there either. Pardon me. And we got some range, you know, arc fire coming in. All right. Tough fight on the walls here, but they continue to move around like this. I don't know if they're cycle charging or what, but our boys, they're pinned. They're pinned and they know they're pinned. But they're going to fight to the end. Again, Gork's on their side. Tough fight over here. Blood everywhere. The blood god is definitely happy. I'll tell you that. Got the stinky boys. They broke through. They're doing damage. They're ready to do some damage. There you go. Throwing up on people. But we lost him. That was his last breath was vomit. Rough for them. But anyway, yeah, we're going to keep cracking up Chaos Warhounds. Warriors of Khorne will fall. Boar boys have broken through. Here they come. That's going to be a big help. The inability to utilize them early on in the battle really hurt our boys. As you can see, Tormentor Sword again, stopping them from basically attacking us and trying to save this unit. Doing my best to save this unit. This unit here is getting beat up. They won't rout. Our boys won't rout. Got a sneaky stab in on this one, trying to just help them hang on and outlast. Boar boys coming in. We got the surround on these guys. Their towers are doing damage, man. We won the engagement there, and we're coming in for a flank. Alright, we're gonna take these bloodletters down if it's the last thing we do. Ugg is determined. He's even joined his boys in the fray. He said, I cannot sit back and watch this anymore. Here comes the WAAAAAGH. And I believe that's soon to be all she wrote. I see a couple of these units just refuse to rout. They refuse to rout because they're only fighting, you know, 12 biggins. Yeah. Ugg is very pleased, as you could hear him. What you talking about, boy? What you talking about, Willis? Yeah. We got these Chaos Warriors of Corn. They're holding on. They won't go. I'm trying to rout off this unit here. We're going to turn around and murk these Warhounds. Just a big old blob of them. They're going down. And that's it. That's all she wrote. Ugg is victorious. And it's going to be worth it. Ugg did a good job. I'm proud of him. So as you can see why I was hesitant, the Bloodletters chopped into some of these boys, but Ugg gets a win, and that's all that matters. And that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
You insult the ruinous powers.
Problem now is Ugg doesn't really have a very good army. It's extremely damaged, and I will not be granted access by the Imperishable One. Well, there's no need to stay here. Let's move over here. Suppose we can keep his forces together as well. As replenishment is still pretty... That's pretty fire for a global replenishment rate. I mean, 4 turns is a long time, but... I'll be spending my time raiding. Okay, sneaky stealing. I need some damage spells with him. Because he is just unable to truly help on very hard battle difficulty. Like, the debuff is nice, but it's not enough. So we're going to be casting some more Vindictive Glares. Can't wait to get Curse of the Bad Moon. Still don't need that. Still on Growth and Control. Growth and Control. Wurrzag is going to be assaulting this settlement right here. Cannot do it yet. Save that. Next turn, we could probably blow some holes in those walls. Make it a little easier for Wurrzag. Nub-zub, hold tight, buddy. Alright. Still want me to go ahead and go up north. I mean, I won't be killing to get and or taking it for the boys, so I'm gonna get rid of these. Again, I have no interest in going up there with my hero. Where's nope, Sly gets a point. Continue to spread control is... I'm really happy with him having that. Doesn't really need anything else. Alright, Nubzub. Do I wanna... yeah, I'll just put some holes in the walls. I'm probably gonna attack the settlement, not this army. Although it could be useful to attack the army. See if it wants to stand and fight. I'll still... oh, jeez. Another sign, another omen. Alright, well, I'm gonna still do this. Yeah, I guess that's it. So, I'm actually gonna attack King Petuhit. Maybe not, actually. Wasn't trying to move all the way around there. Are they, like, allies with somebody I don't know about? Sartosans? Pyrrhic victory, high casualties, of course. That's a no, so let's blitz those walls. Wurrzag received news from Gork and Mork that they're gonna have reinforcements coming in over here. Well, how about an immediate greeting from the gods? Not their gods, though. Our green gods. So yeah, they were coming in as reinforcements here, and I just wanted to make sure that we kept them nice and pinned. We got a nice blob of Savage Orcs here to just hold them in place while we cast some spells. Big debuff, the Nasty Curse. Just trying to do as much damage as possible. Try and get these guys to crumble and rout so that we can focus on the main force that is here. We're out of range of that rocket, just barely. And we got Wurrzag basically looking to cast spells. The Biggins doing their damage. They keep sending in units. Big Foot of Gork incoming. Huge damage, huge damage. And we're in for a bit of a fight here. Because they don't rout, they're not going to rout right away. And here come the Necropolis Knights. Here come the Sepulchral Stalkers, and they're going to start slinging shots in at the first line of orcs. There's a nice throw, and it's going to cost damage. He's just dunking on them. I love it. Got a unit here that just snuck through the Ushabti, were summoned in the back, but they get melted right away by our biggins. Our biggins cut, as you can see, they just cut that unit down. Big fight. Big old bunch here. Doing a debuff spell. Itchy nuisance. Just didn't want them doing damage. Foot of Gork, finishing off some units. I thought that would really rout most of them, so I could focus my boys on the Necropolis Knights and the Sepulchral Stalkers. Which eventually we will do. This king, Katuhit, he didn't want to go. But as a whole, this is definitely working. We are taking them down. They are uninvolved. They do not want to sally out behind their walls to assist their brother in battle, their brother in arms. They're going to let him go. And I'm very thankful for that. So our boys are going to continue to fight. We are going to start chunking down Sepulchral Stalkers. Necropolis Knights are almost gone already. And they're just all bogged up in here. I didn't want to hit another Foot of Gork because it would have taken out, I don't know, 30 or so biggins. So here we go. We're just in a tough slog. They're desperately trying to push past us so that they can survive, but it's just not going to happen. It is not going to happen. Our boys aren't going to let them go. Wurrzag's coming in to stop him as well. He's not a bystander. He's already got 386 kills. How much damage? 61,000 damage done just off of this initial point. The king's about to crumble. Effigy of the Git has been cast on him for a second time. And our boys are ready. I was pulling this unit out. As you can see, they're the only unit that's really taken any damage. So I wanted to avoid any more. And they're all beginning to fade. And while they fade, I'll put it on 4x, as they're just going to be broken down. And then we will make our assault. As soon as the king here wants to go ahead and disappear. There goes the biggin hit. The biggin laid into him. And now he's doing a little bit more damage before he goes, but he'll be gone very shortly, as the biggin's going to lay into him soon. And he'll crumble down to the end, the bitter end. Goodbye, Patuhit. And at this point, our boys are getting ready to move. We're ready to advance on this force. They got two Anlamis and Paprifas. King Paprika over here. Nah, he's gonna go. He's gonna be gone. Now this tower begins to do some serious damage down there to my biggins. It will. There goes some Screaming Skulls. Laying into the boys. Laying into the boys right there. I was trying to move them just out of the range here, but even this poor unit that was damaged from before, yeah, they're not going to be able to move in time. But we're getting ready to go climb these walls. We're going to assault the Hikaran warriors, and Wurrzag's going to start casting some spells, but we got some damage coming into our boys. Moving them in. And here we go. Wurrzag, the Great Green Prophet, is here. He's trying to pick a good target at this point. You see these deck gunners, I knew they could be a problem if we ever got stuck on the walls in a fight and, you know, pinned from the side here. Got some archers over there. They could be a problem. Wurrzag's just taking his time. We're setting the ladders up, and here come the boys. One of the reasons I love this game is it just reminds me of, like, my childhood in Lord of the Rings. You know what I mean? Like, the orcs climbing up the walls. I know they're not like black orcs, like the Uruk-hai or something, but it's just so... It's so cool. The game is so cool. Warhammer is a great universe. Yeah, so the first couple guys, unfortunately, get cut down. They do have anti-infantry bonus, and we don't have that much armor. So that bonus is going to help them cut through some of the physical resistance, but our boys we're lining up. We're ready to go. We got guys coming to break down the wall. The biggin's coming in. The badass that he is. Walking with some swagger, you know. Got that jaw hanging low. Wurrzag's getting ready to cast a few spells. We hit them pretty hard. One of the Tomb Guard units needed to get rid of them. Felt like it was necessary. And the Hekara warriors are finally starting to lose, which is excellent. Wurrzag spots a little opportunity here as well, I believe. And I think he's going to let him know that you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't bunch up when you're around Wurrzag, the Great Green Prophet, because he's going to take advantage of that. The big and you can hear his footsteps just crumbling. Beautiful brain burster over there. Fighting the undead can be a bit of a snooze, I would say, but here comes right here. Boom. Huge explosion. The kings don't know what to do. We're trying to break through the walls here. Sending these boys around. We're getting ready to storm. We're getting ready to storm in. Pretty much there. Keeping the board boys out of it, as you can imagine. They're not much use here. This wall's almost done. The big one can get in. Deck gunners starting to shoot into us. They're not even really hitting their shots, but the boys see that. And they're getting ready to fight. As we greenskins like to get right. Some archers coming in. Screaming Skulls. Just missed, thankfully. Archers trying to get some shots in, but our boys are now down. They are down, off the walls, and into the fray. Fighting these boys, laying into them. Zombie pirate deckhand mob, obviously just cannon fodder. They're gonna get cut through. The biggin is standing here ready to go, protecting the boys, just watching the boys go to work. Nice little photogork. I really wanted to get rid of this deck gunner unit. Bang, huge hit. Deck gunners took a lot of damage, and now the biggin's gonna start doing some work. 'Cause the kings think they could take him on. Foolish decision. You'd think they'd be a lot wiser. No, no, no. Wurrzag's gonna make his way over here as well. Little brain burster to destroy that Tomb Guard unit and just melt them. Yeah, our boys are doing an excellent job. You can see overview. We got nice line forming. They're doing their best to hold on, but it's not gonna happen. They're gonna get a sudden itch they haven't felt in the millennia, and that's gonna make them a little less effective. We got our WAAAAAGH going. Big buff to our boys. King Paprika here is going to get stomped on by the biggin. Biggin's going to take him down, I know it. Our boys a little bit caught up here. We'll make it happen, though. That archer unit was decimated by another brain burster. It's just melted. There you go, deck gunners. Be gone. Be gone. Cast away thy demons. King Paprika just doesn't want to get hit, you know what I mean? He's just, the biggin's just trying to get in there. Can be a bit clunky, the biggin, I gotta say. I love him as an artillery piece. But as a duelist, not so much. King Onlemis over here, doing his best to hold on. He's on a horse. Worst decision of his life is to go on a horse, or his unlife. Is to get on that horse, because he's gonna get chopped up. Chopped up by biggins. Got the boys now pushing in further into the fort. Little foot of gork over here. Probably should have done that on the halberds, but felt safer to do over here. And this unit here is just gonna get destroyed. I mean, crushed. What, 160 to 0 in 0.5 seconds? And that there was the army losses. So they begin to crumble. Both their lords just die. There go the chariots. Destroyed. And they had this one unit of Tomb Guard that was just chilling over here. Just chilling. So Wurrzag's gonna come on over and let him have the business. Wurrzag needed a palace. And I think this will suffice with some work. It definitely needs some TLC, right? But it's going to get the job done. Wurrzag's going to go over here and just give him a brain burster. To the dome. To the dome. And they're going to begin to fade away quickly after that. They realize, you know, it's not worth holding on anymore. So you're probably wondering how we ended up here. I suffered some technical difficulties upon the capture of Wurrzag's palace. But all we've done is we're going to demolish this, some administrative stuff. We recruited the Spittin' Pigkissa, the Stinky, Masha, and Grutter. I believe all four of them are going to dive into Guzzler's army. And you know what I also forgot to do is grab some of these bad boys. So we'll get a tough one here. And then we'll also get a fast boy Muncha. Now Munch is definitely going to go in that army. Thinking back, I don't think all of them are going to go in. However, this is the official end to part 4 of the Great Green Prophecy. Look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye, guys.